There's never been a more important time to make sure facts and the truth are driving conversation. Washington Week is an island of civil discourse in a chaotic media environment. On Friday nights, we gather the best reporters in the nation to unpack what's really happening and have a conversation that's not about point of view, but about informing the American people.
Washington Week.
All new Friday night at 7 on Arizona PBS.
From the Cronkite Studios in downtown Phoenix, this is Cronkite News.
Is it time to resume executions in Arizona? The Attorney General says yes. Now it's your turn to weigh in.
Plus, the fight over the border wall continues. Tonight, we dive into whether the president's self-proclaimed big victory was really a win.
And grasshopper invasion in Vegas. Did the creepy critters come from Arizona? And what's sparking the insect swarms?
Cronkite News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News on Arizona PBS. I'm Tanaya Williamson.
And I'm Ellie Lumberg. Thank you for joining us. It is now time to resume executions in Arizona. That's what Attorney General Mark Brnovich wrote in a letter to Governor Doug Ducey after the federal government announced plans last week to execute 5 death row inmates, including one from Arizona.
Brnovich tweeted a copy of the letter, which read in part, "Justice must be done for the victims of these heinous crimes and their families. Those who committed the ultimate crime deserve the ultimate punishment."
Cronkite News reporter Marcela Bayeto is joining us live from the control room with both sides of the debate. Marcela?
Our state has not put to death any inmate since 2014 after a botched execution, which has led many of those that are against the death penalty to come out and speak against the AG's announcement. 116 inmates are on death row here in Arizona. That's according to the Arizona Department of Corrections. It's been 5 years since Arizona performed an execution, but that might be changing if Arizona Attorney General Mark Brnovich gets his way. The AG taking to Twitter Friday announcing his approval for Arizona to resume executions in this 2-page letter addressed to Governor Doug Ducey. The letter reading in part, quote, "These recent developments establish that it is now time to resume executions in Arizona, where 14 death row inmates have exhausted all automatic avenues to appeal their sentences. Justice must be done for the victims of these heinous crimes and their families." Brnovich is also asking Governor Doug Ducey for help in obtaining pentobarbital, a drug used for executions. Brnovich's letter coming after Attorney General William Barr announced the federal government will be adopting a new execution protocol and scheduling the execution of 5 death row inmates. One of those includes a Navajo double murderer from Arizona, Lesmond Mitchell, who was convicted in 2003. Those on the other side of the issue, like Dan Peitzmeyer with death penalty alternatives for Arizona, say they hope Governor Doug Ducey does not follow through with the AG's request.
If Governor Ducey reflected on his Catholic faith and chose to adhere to the dictates of the Pope, who has spoken firmly that there is no place for execution in a just society, but I don't know that he would do that. He, like so many others, would say he's going to follow the dictates of the law as it currently exists.
We reached out to Governor Doug Ducey's office, and they replied via email saying that they're currently reviewing the letter. Live in the control room, Marcela Bayeto, Cronkite News.
So we want to hear from you now. We asked, should Arizona resume its executions of death row inmates? Why or why not?
Arizona Indivisible wrote, "No, state-sponsored homicides are a vile misuse of taxpayer money."
Art Tomlinson disagreed, tweeting, "Yep, fully support the law. They were sentenced to death for heinous crimes. I don't need to keep paying to incarcerate them."
And Treasure Girl said, "Maybe it should be left to the families to decide whether to pursue the death penalty."
It's not too late to join the heated debate. Just head to our Cronkite News Twitter feed and chime in.
Arizona politicians are offering their condolences tonight for the victims of a mass shooting at a Northern California festival over the weekend. At least 3 people were killed, a man in his 20s, a 13-year-old girl, and 6-year-old Stephen Romero. 12 were injured, including Romero's mother. It happened at the Gilroy Garlic Festival, about 30 miles south of San Jose. Police have identified the shooter as 19-year-old Santino William Yegan. They say he bought the assault rifle used in the shooting legally in Nevada just a few weeks ago. Officers responded within 1 minute of the gunfire, shooting and killing the suspect. Police believe the shooter avoided on-site security at the festival by cutting the back fence. They're investigating the possibility of a second suspect. Meanwhile, former Arizona Congresswoman Gabby Giffords took to social media posting, "We know this feeling of heartbreak and horror too well. We're 210 days into 2019, and there have already been 246 mass shootings. Just this weekend alone, there were 7 reported mass shooting incidents. This reality is horrifying. It's heartbreaking." Giffords survived a mass shooting in Tucson in 2011.
President Donald Trump's proposed border wall took a step forward last week when the U.S. Supreme Court voted 5-4 to reverse lower court rulings that had blocked part of the wall funding. But it wasn't a big step, as Cronkite News reporter Julian Paras reports from our Washington bureau.
The Supreme Court gave the go-ahead to President Trump on Friday to spend government funds on border wall construction. And while the court is usually the last word, advocates say the fight is not over.
It's problematic that there's a message being sent that the president can proceed even though Congress has said no.
Congress said no to the president's request earlier this year for billions in funding for a border wall. So the president declared a national emergency that he said lets him divert Pentagon funds to the wall. Lower court said he couldn't do that. But Dan Stein of the Federation for American Immigration Reform says Trump made the right move.
The idea that Congress, sitting on its hands, is going to allow the country to literally be overwhelmed by people ignoring our laws, drug traffickers, cartels, and others, and therefore it's an appropriate exercise of his authority to reprogram funds from the defense budget to actually help defend this country by building a wall on the border.
The president hailed the Supreme Court's decision to set the lower court's injunction aside, calling it a big victory for border security. That doesn't mean construction is about to begin. The government said it wanted the injunction lifted only so it could award construction contracts before the end of the fiscal year. Contracts for the wall that Martinez de Castro says will not work.
Is on the security front, on the humanitarian front, or even in terms of how we modernize our immigration system. Again, is a symbol. And as much as it is a symbol, it's also a symbol of waste.
Stein disagrees.
There's nothing like good old-fashioned bricks and mortar to build a wall to deter and channel the flow of people coming illegally, drug traffickers and others. And that's what's needed.
Advocates say they still have something to fight for and intend to do so.
Regardless of what the Supreme Court may say about whether you may or may not be able to do something, I think the primordial question remains, just because you can waste billions in taxpayer dollars, should you? And the answer is no.
The case now goes back to the 9th Circuit Court of Appeals for a fuller consideration of whether Pentagon funds can be used on a border wall. Reporting from the Supreme Court, Julian Paras, Cronkite News.
Tonight at midnight is the deadline to register to vote in Phoenix's August election. 2 ballot measures will go to voters. The first asks whether or not the city should stop any extensions of the light rail, and the second would stop future budget growth for most city departments unless pensions are funded at least 90%. You can register to vote online at servicearizona.com.
The U.S. Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, or DARPA, selected ASU to build a device capable of determining in 30 minutes or less if a person has been exposed to weapons of mass destruction. DARPA granted $38.8 million to help ASU develop the device. It will be able to detect the health effects of many substances, including biological agents, radiation, chemicals, and explosives.
Arizona is striving to train professionals across the state's tourism industry to assist in fighting human trafficking. Tomorrow, a free training seminar will take place at Sky Harbor Airport to discuss the Safe Action Project, which stands for Safeguarding All from Exploitation. It's a joint effort with the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. The Arizona Anti-Trafficking Network is also involved. Experts say employees working in airports, hotels, and other hospitality settings are often unaware of warning signs of sex trafficking. The program will also be made available to staff in restaurants, rideshare companies, and stadiums.
Authorities say the museum fire burning just north of Flagstaff is now 61% contained. It's burned nearly 2,000 acres since it started a little over a week ago. Just south of Prescott, the cellar fire is now 80% contained, according to InsaWeb. The biggest threat to fire crews for both wildfires is the dry conditions and gusty winds. Monsoon storms and isolated thunderstorms may also bring challenges to firefighters in the coming days. If you've been on social media, you've probably seen videos and pictures of the grasshopper outbreaks in the Las Vegas Valley.
Cronkite News reporter Amanda Slee is joining us now with those details, as some people have been spotting the insects more and more here.
Amanda, does it seem like Arizona will have an outbreak too?
Well, residents and workers of Arizona cities around the state are posting to Twitter saying that they've spotted a bunch in their area, but experts with Arizona State say although they can't predict if an outbreak will occur, they don't think one will. However, grasshoppers outbreaks aren't a rare thing here. In fact, according to ASU researchers, between 1952 and 1980, there were 6 outbreaks of grasshoppers in Arizona. Grasshoppers migrate with the wind, meaning where the wind goes, they go, while also looking for areas rich in nutrients from a wet year. Entomologists at ASU say in Arizona, we get 2 generations of grasshoppers a year.
So one in the spring and one later. So what we're seeing in Arizona is probably the 2nd generation. And they unlikely probably to migrate from north to south. So the one we're seeing here is probably local grasshopper that are hatching.
She says if we do see an outbreak, it might not be the same species, but if it is, it wouldn't be the same population as Vegas. If an outbreak occurs, farmers and those who grow crops are the most at harm, as grasshoppers will eat their crops, harming their business. Overall, these insects won't hurt people, but they may aggravate you flying and hopping around. Live in the studio, Amanda Slee, Cronkite News.
If you have any footage of the numerous grasshoppers in Nevada, or if you have seen any here in the Valley, we would love to see it.
Just tag us on Facebook or use the hashtag Cronkite News, and your images may end up on one of our newscasts on Arizona PBS or on our website.
Coming up next on Cronkite News, the creative way one local organization is helping abused kids channel their feelings into art and helping them forget their traumas, even for just a moment.
And a new twist to this viral pic of a car crash into a cactus. Don't go away.
All of its children had come to the Mother Church of Country Music. It was almost like a badge of honor that you had to bring your culture with you to the table. That's why Bob Wills and his guys brought us Western music. That's why Hank Williams brought the South with him from honky tonks. Johnny Cash brought the black lamb dirt of Arkansas. Bill Monroe brought music out of Kentucky bluegrass music. Willie Nelson brought his poetry from Texas. Patsy Cline brought her heartache from Virginia. I mean, it was the most wonderful parade of sons and daughters of America that brought their hearts and their souls and their experiences, and it gave us a great era in country music.
A Valley nonprofit is celebrating 25 years of helping at-risk youth across the Valley who've had a pretty rough go at life.
Cronkite News reporter Gabriella Collage shows us just how much little acts of giving back can turn someone's life around.
According to Prevent Child Abuse America, a nationwide advocacy organization, each year more than 78,600 Arizona children are experiencing abuse, neglect, and homelessness. But a local organization is stepping up with a creative way to help those who might be struggling.
Dancing, drumming, and crafts, all forms of art and therapy.
Our goal is for the children to be able to process the experiences that they are currently having or they have had in their past through the use of art.
Free Arts for Abused Children is an Arizona nonprofit providing kids with opportunities to channel their feelings stemming from such things as abuse or not having a permanent home.
So our children typically are between the ages of 3 to 18 years old, and they are living either in foster care group home situations or in shelters or in temporary housing. And they have typically come from very troubled, challenging, difficult, oftentimes abusive backgrounds.
This recent event at the Arizona Opera and Phoenix Art Museum was just the latest effort by the organization to help these kids have fun and hopefully forget, if just for a few hours, the trauma they've endured. 20-year-old Gordy Barsota says free arts gave him hope when he needed it most.
I remember being 7 and my dad saying, "Oh, I don't have time to be a dad right now," and me just feeling that like emotion of like, I'm not important to you. What did I do wrong?
Now, Barsota helps kids who are going through similar situations like his.
I know a lot of the times, like, there's other kids that feel that, but with me, like, I was 12 and came to this Free Arts Day and was ready to be dead by age 15. And if it wasn't for that Free Arts Day, I think definitely I would not be here.
In 2018, Free Arts served over 8,000 children with about 900 volunteers.
We have a partnership agreement with about 100 different facilities here in the Maricopa County area, and they are either temporary shelters or homeless shelters or foster care group homes.
I went to school like any other kid, but then I grew up to be a teenager and life hit me really hard.
Davis found Free Arts in 2017, a year fueled by loss and hardship.
I lost my father, lost 2 of my cousins, became homeless within months, went to 2 different shelters.
Now, both Gordy and Naya have a similar message for these children going through tough times.
You're not alone.
Even though I don't know who you are, there are people that care for you.
Free Arts hosts 2 to 4 Free Art Days a month. In the Broadcast Center, Gabriella Collage, Cronkite News.
New tonight, Amazon will open its 3rd facility in Goodyear. The retail giant currently employs around 1,100 workers in the city and plans to hire more later this year. According to a press release, the new station will boost the company's last-mile delivery capabilities and speed up service in surrounding areas.
A few weeks ago, we told you about a man who crashed his car into a cactus in Pima County.
The image of the cactus sticking through the car's windshield went viral, and now social media is poking fun at the incident once again, since the car showed up on a Tucson Craigslist page listed for sale.
The price tag, $4,200. The post reads, "Make an offer to buy as is, or if you would like, we could plant the whole darn thing in your yard as some kind of freaky cactus car sculpture that could be living and growing for generations."
The problem is the driver told the Arizona Republic he did not make the post ad. He claims the tow truck driver did, and it's no laughing matter to him since he's currently facing charges.
But believe it or not, he did say people are asking to buy parts off the crashed car. However, they aren't for sale since police are still investigating.
To give people a physical experience of the Martian surface.
Up next, if you've ever dreamed of walking on Mars, it may become a reality. The latest Red Planet research happening right here at ASU after the break.
Cronkite Noticias is the Spanish-speaking division of Cronkite News, covering topics such as economics, education, sustainability, immigration, and border relations. Cronkite Noticias strives to serve the Spanish-speaking community in Arizona. Under the guidance of prominent Spanish-speaking professionals, students at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism develop content for our broadcast partner, Univision, as well as on Facebook and Twitter. Explore Cronkite Noticias at cronkitenoticias.azpbs.org.
Stay in the know on the go. At Cronkite News, we work hard to report the facts and keep you updated, whether we're on set or on the scene.
Taking it from the studio to the field. So I'm here in South Phoenix.
In Phoenix, we're just a click away. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, or find us online at cronkitenews.azpbs.org.
How much do you know about Mars? For most of us, we know it's called the Red Planet, and it's the 4th planet from the Sun and the 2nd smallest planet in the solar system after Mercury.
But have you ever wondered about Mars's topography? What does it feel like to walk on its surface? Well, an ASU graduate student created a map to give people that chance. Take a look.
This is NASA's Odyssey spacecraft. It has been orbiting Mars for almost 18 years. During that time, it's made over 73,000 orbits and taken over 230,000 infrared images of the Martian surface. These images help scientists better understand the topography of the Red Planet. The pictures may one day serve as a map for the first humans on Mars. Human travel to Mars won't be possible for at least another couple of years, But some of the first steps on the Martian surface may have already been taking place in a high school gymnasium.
So the big idea of Walk on Mars is to give people a physical experience of the Martian surface so that it's not just an imaginary place to them, but a real physical place that they feel like they can visit.
These are thermal images of the Martian surface from Odyssey's THEMIS, or Thermal Emission Imaging System. Jonathan Hill and his team use these images to create these maps. But Hill's maps are not like the ones you would find on a classroom wall. His can fill a gymnasium. This one is over 47 feet wide and 95 feet long, just about the size of a basketball court. And that's small in comparison to what they hope to do next.
The map was created using over 24,000 images taken by ASU's THEMIS camera, which were then digitally stitched together into a single image. And so it's very similar to a rectangular map you would see of the Earth. So we help people come away from the map knowing some basics about Mars. Most people know nothing about Mars other than it's red and there's a couple rovers on it. So we want to teach them some of the place names, teach them all the big features that the rovers have explored, and let them know where we might be sending missions next. You see it connect with a lot of kids. You know, they come in, they're just having fun at school, and they walk on the map and you can just see in their eyes that just opening up that this is an entirely different place that they can go to and explore. So I think that's very possible that the people walking on the map now might be walking on Mars for real in the future.
To create the map, ASU graduate student Jonathan Hill has received a $10,000 grant from the American Geophysical Union. The map was displayed in front of the Smithsonian Institution's National Air and Space Museum in Washington.
Right now, Yuma County officials are considering adopting an ordinance to impose new restrictions on outdoor lighting. Despite concerns, it could result in lawsuits by property owners. They say it's not too late to save dark skies enjoyed by people who live in rural areas where urban lights don't obscure views of stars and planets. And speaking of the skies, it's been very humid outside lately.
I've definitely noticed the humidity too, and I wonder if it has anything to do with our monsoon storms that have been happening. Emmy, do you have any updates on those storms?
Y'all are absolutely right. This humidity is coming from the monsoon. Even though it has been a late start, one of the latest we've seen here in Arizona. We're currently sitting at 110 degrees here in Phoenix, scattered digits across the board. The lowest you're going to find is 82 in Prescott, something that's not very common for us in Arizona in July especially. So tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., it's going to be 89 degrees. We're seeing some clouds roll in. That could be an indicator of some heavy rainfall we see coming throughout the week. That 89 is going to turn to 101 by 4 o'clock, but that won't be the high for tomorrow. The high for tomorrow in Phoenix will be 103. That's going to be a high across the state. Now, all these numbers are going to be scattered out until you head up a little bit to Cave Creek. It's going to be just below 100 degrees for their high. The rest of this week, we're seeing rain come in on Thursday. That's going to be 98 degrees. A bit up and down here and there for the week, but as usual, we are seeing some sunny skies throughout the week with high temperatures. Live from the Weather Center, I'm Emmy Keenan.
As breakdancing moves one step closer to making the 2024 Olympics, we catch up with a Mesa B-boy training to bring home the gold.
Welcome to another edition of Cronkite Sports Now. I'm Taylor Rocha. Let's talk sports.
For the latest on local sports and beyond, we've got you covered.
Let's do this thing.
We challenge reporters to go beyond, a game story. We want stories with depth.
It's just a crucial step from the college experience into the professional experience while you're still in school.
At Cronkite Sports Now, watch the journalists of tomorrow cover sports today.
Stay in the know on the go. At Cronkite News, we work hard to report the facts and keep you updated, whether we're on set or on the scene.
Taking it from the studio to the field. So I'm here in South Phoenix.
In Phoenix, we're just a click away. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, or find us online at cronkitenews.azpbs.org.
On the next Arizona Horizon, we will look at the impact of plans to tighten food stamp eligibility requirements. And local researchers work on a way to quickly diagnose exposure to bioterrorism attacks. It's the next Arizona Horizon.
I'm Amna Nawaz in Buckingham County, Virginia, where we're taking a closer look at how the national political divide is playing out with one local couple. That's coming up on the next PBS NewsHour.
The 2024 Olympics in Paris will feature 4 new sports: skateboarding, surfing, sport climbing, and even breaking.
And a Mesa native hopes to represent the USA when breaking makes its Olympic debut. Reporter Kyla Wilcher caught up with this b-boy. Kyla?
Yes, 25-year-old Conrad Rodriguez is no stranger to national and international competition. He's competed in the Red Bull BC1 Cypher in Los Angeles, a national freestyling competition, and even won the 2018 World Hip Hop Dance Championship right here in Phoenix. Rodriguez picked up breaking at a young age from his uncles. He remembers walking down the streets of his Mesa neighborhood with a piece of cardboard and a boombox, and learning moves by watching older friends and family. Now the part-time dance teacher hopes to land a spot in the 2024 Olympics. With competition still 5 years away, Rodriguez says he has no idea how Olympic breaking will look.
We still don't know how it's going to be or how the judge system is going to be, or it's different. Breaking in the Olympics, that's crazy.
But training for the unknown still requires dedication. Rodriguez spends 20 to 30 hours a week practicing and teaching to maintain his clean style. All the practice is worth it when he's breaking, and he says it feels like riding a roller coaster.
If I'm getting a really dope song, I'll go off, I'll get up, and I don't know what I did. I just went blank. I was just listening to the music, so it's lovely. It's freeing. It feels really good.
Rodriguez still has a few years to prepare for the Olympics, so in the meantime, you can find him teaching dancers of all levels how to break at Jukebox Dance Studio in Mesa. Live in the newsroom, Kyla Wilcher, Cronkite News.
That's it for Cronkite News tonight. Thanks for joining us.
Have a great night.
One of our students has been selected to attend the International Science and Engineering Fair in Los Angeles.
At the Olympics of high school science fairs, 6 students face the world's toughest environmental issues.
We could combine our projects. I could detect it and you could cure it. Yeah!
The future is brighter than you think. Inventing tomorrow on POV.
All new tonight at 9 on Arizona PBS. Explore new ideas and new worlds here on Arizona PBS, a community service of Arizona State University.
See this flower garden? There used to be a car sitting there, a car I didn't use and didn't want. So I donated it to public television, and they took care of everything. In addition to supporting my favorite programs, I earned a tax deduction. Turn something you don't need into something you really want. Contact the Vehicle Donation Program.
Coming up next on Arizona PBS, Life and World.
Hi, I'm Dr. Terry Woodbeck. Parenting is a tough job. If you need help, you're not alone. Remember, you are your child's example of what it means to be loving, nurturing, and compassionate. Visit azpbs.org/strongkids for helpful parenting resources.
Arizona PBS celebrates a moment in time, made possible by the Linkous Group, a registered financial advisor. The Lowell Observatory has uncovered many hidden treasures amongst the stars, from the discovery of Pluto to the rings of Uranus. The observatory has stood the test of time and continues to scan the skies today.
Coming soon to Arizona PBS.
Washington Week is an island of civil discourse in a chaotic media environment. On Friday night, we gather the best reporters in the nation and have a conversation that's about informing the American people.
Washington Week. All new Friday night at 7 on Arizona PBS. Support